it's Julie from Downpour Designs. Yesterday we made fire coasters. Today we are making ice fire coasters. I also made a second video that I'll post, and I made, basically it looks like bubbles, kind of like ice bubbles. So here I'm starting out with my white pillow paint, which is Glidden Essentials, and it's the Eggshell White. And I'm going to spin that off my coaster all the way off. So if it doesn't go all the way off, just keep spinning. You want to make sure all your sides are covered. And then just touch up any little corners or anything that might not quite have gotten covered. Make sure that paint is all the way off the sides. I'm sorry, you might hear my dogs breathing heavily in the background. This is this little piggy's velvet. It's kind of a interference blue color. Really, really pretty in the background, and that's why I'm putting it down first, because I want it to be the background for my flames. And all of my paints are mixed to just about bloom consistency. So fairly thick. They have about a 2-second trace when you stir them in the cup and then lift the spoon out. This is this little piggy Hammerhead, one of my favorite colors. It's such a neat color because it's like a blue, and then it goes silver, and then it goes like just dark gunmetal gray. I love this color. Next is going to be TLP Sterling. Not going to put a whole lot of this down just because it will kind of overpower everything. So I'm just going to run a thin layer on top of that Hammerhead. And then next up is going to be TLP Frost, another very beautiful color. And this is going to be the primary color that I use. So I'm going to put a lot of this down. You're going to see quite a bit on there. A little bit more in the center. This is my Amsterdam Titanium White Cell Activator. It's Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with Australian Floetrol. And then my mini blower that I just got. And this little mini blower is not super powerful, so it kind of makes, for coasters, it makes it perfect because it doesn't blow your paint all over the place. I haven't tried it for a Dutch pour yet, but I really, really want to, like a larger canvas. And try it without the concentrator nozzle on. A lot of people really love this mini blow dryer for that, and I'm excited to try that. So I'm just blowing the cell activator and the colors around, kind of aiming them where I want them to go, trying to get some cells to pop up there. I'm going to spin it just to get a little bit of that paint to move around and those cells to kind of pop up. You don't want to spin too hard. One thing I've definitely learned is that if you spin too hard when you're trying to get cells to pop up, sometimes you will have the adverse effect of the cells falling apart. Because your cell activator has to try to hold those cells together, and if you're spinning too hard, you're spinning that cell activator too hard and it will just fall apart. Then I'm blowing just gently on the cell activator to activate a few more cells. You don't want to blow too hard through the cell activator to your base pillow paint, otherwise you will not get any cells. So you want to just make sure you're blowing gentle enough until you start seeing some color kind of show through. And I'm going to spin it again, just help those cells out. Take my skewer and start kind of forming those little tendrils of quote unquote fire, kind of like I did in the video yesterday. And I'll just explain what my background is there. I have a long under the bed tote that I use for spinning and pouring. And then inside of that, I put parchment paper so that cleanup makes a little bit easier, or I can even peel off skins a lot easier if I want to save them once the paint has dried in there. So just kind of a tip. May work for some, may not, but it definitely saves wasting a lot of paint if you can pull it out off the parchment paper. Plus it saves you from trying to peel the paint off the bottom of the tote, which I did for a long time. So just taking the skewer, making some tendrils there. You'll see me grab the straw and start blowing extra paint off the end so I have that negative space and those tendrils kind of come apart, which is good. It's what we want. So I'm blowing pretty hard here just to kind of get everything off the end of the tile. Shaping it. Couple more little squiggly wigglies. All about the composition. Okay, gonna spin it one more time. Mess with it a little bit more. Blow some more paint off the end apparently. And the neat thing you'll see here at the end is that velvet that I put down first kind of creates almost like a smoky effect in the background. And with the interference blue, it's just really light and it's really neat looking. So this will be the end result. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry about the glare of my lights. Trying not to tilt it too far. I don't want to have my cells all fall off the end. And there is my ice fire. Give it a try, guys. Never be afraid to try something new. Thank you very much. Have a great day.